Hey, Slaycation Squad. Welcome back to the channel where every tale is a spine-chilling journey into the unknown. I'm your host from the Abyss. And tonight, we're diving deep into the shadows of horror. But before we embark on this hair-raising adventure, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss a scream. Seriously, you won't want to miss what we have in store for you tonight. The moon hung low in the night sky, casting an ethereal glow upon the old, decrepit house that Moma now found himself in. As he moved cautiously through the dimly lit corridors, a chill ran down his spine, raising goosebumps on his arms. The air seemed heavy with an unspoken presence, an unseen force that sent shivers down his spine. Maria's room stood at the end of the hallway, its door slightly ajar. Moma approached with cautious steps, his heart pounding in his chest. The room was frozen in time, a testament to Maria's tragic demise. The furniture sat covered in a thick layer of dust. The sun-bleached curtains swayed gently in an unfelt breeze. Something caught Moma's eye, drawing him closer. It was her vanity, adorned with bottles of perfume and delicate trinkets. But one thing seemed to miss: a broken mirror. The jagged pieces lay scattered on the floor, reflecting fragmented images of Moma's own anxious face. What had caused Maria to shatter her reflection? Unable to stifle his curiosity any longer, Moma hurried downstairs to find the adoptive mother. He needed answers. He found her in the kitchen, her wrinkled hands delicately stirring a pot of stew, the tantalizing aroma filling the air. "Please, ma'am," Moma pleaded with urgency, interrupting her quiet task. "Tell me about Maria. Why did she break the mirror?" The adoptive mother's eyes widened, momentarily startled. She placed the ladle down and turned towards Moma, her face filled with deep sorrow. "Oh, young man, you shouldn't be meddling in Maria's affairs. There are dark secrets buried within these walls, secrets that should remain undisturbed." Moma's curiosity burned brighter than ever, his determination faltering not an inch. "I have a right to know, ma'am. I am Maria's heir, and it is my duty to understand what happened to her." The adoptive mother's eyes bore into Moma's, filled with a mixture of fear and reluctance. "Very well, but I warn you, the truth is far from pleasant. Maria was a beautiful girl, a beauty that I envied." Moma leaned in, his voice eager yet tinged with apprehension. "Why would you envy her? What led her to shatter her own reflection?" The adoptive mother's voice dropped to a barely audible whisper as the weight of her confession settled on her shoulders. It was her vanity, her obsession with her own appearance. She was so afraid of losing that beauty, so fearful of the passage of time. And one day, in a fit of despair, she shattered the mirror, unleashing something dark within. Moma's breath caught in his throat, his mind spinning with the implications of her words. What could possibly lurk within shattered reflections? What horrors had Maria unwittingly unleashed? determined to uncover the truth. Moma resolved to spend the night in Maria's house, hoping that being enveloped in its eerie embrace would shed light on the mystery that had plagued him since his arrival. Little did he know that the adoptive mother's warning was more than just caution, but a plea to abandon his pursuit before it was too late. As darkness descended upon the house, shadows danced and twisted, mocking Moma's resolve. Strange whispers filled his ears, voices that seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere, promising answers and treachery in the same breath. The presence within the walls grew stronger, its weight pressing down upon Moma's shoulders, seemingly refusing to let him rest. In the stillness of the night, Moma's senses became heightened, attuned to even the slightest disturbance. He began to see fleeting glimpses of Maria, her image flickering in the corners of his vision. She appeared as a broken reflection, fragmented and distorted, her eyes pleading for understanding. But Moma's resolve held firm, his curiosity driving him forward. He would not be swayed by fear or the specter of darkness. He was determined to delve deeper into the mystery, to unravel the connection between Maria's shattered reflection and her tragic fate. With each passing moment, the house seemed to come alive, its presence intensifying. The creaking of floorboards echoed through the desolate hallways. The wind whispered secrets that only Moma could hear. Shadows danced in an eerie ballet, tantalizing him with half-formed shapes and unseen faces. As the night wore on, Moma unearthed more fragments of the truth, hints and clues that painted a chilling picture. The fire that claimed Maria's life may not have been accidental after all. It seemed as though the adoptive mother's jealousy and obsession with Maria's beauty had led her to orchestrate the events that ultimately led to Maria's untimely demise. Moma's pulse quickened, realization hitting him like a thunderclap. He knew what he had to do. He had to confront the adoptive mother, to force her to face the truth, and to bring justice to Maria's memory. Little did Moma know that his pursuit of the truth would unleash the full force of the haunting presence within the house. As he stood at the precipice of confrontation, the shattered reflection of Maria manifested before him, a twisted mirror of her former self. Her broken eyes bore into Moma's soul, a silent accusation and a plea for justice. In a climactic struggle of wills and strength, Moma managed to overcome the adoptive mother, wrestling her to the ground. With despair and anger etched on her face, the truth spilled from her lips, a confession of jealousy and malevolence. But as Moma finally broke free from the clutches of the house, his heart heavy with the weight of the dark secrets he had uncovered, he knew that his journey was far from over. The haunting presence of Maria's shattered reflection remained etched in his mind, an indelible mark upon his soul. He resolved to share his findings with the authorities, to bring justice to Maria's memory, and to finally lay the tormented spirit to rest. As he walked away from the house, the moon cast eerie shadows upon his path, intertwining with his every step. Moma couldn't help but reflect upon the thin line that separates vanity from obsession, and the tragic consequences that can ensue. The fragility of sanity and the need for purification lingered in his thoughts. the ominous presence of the house forever etched into his mind. Though the answers he sought had been unearthed, Moma was left grappling not only with the darkness of Maria's demise but also with the darkness that seeps into the souls of those who dare to uncover the truth. The weight of knowledge would forever burden him, a reminder of the unnerving presence that had consumed him within the confines of Maria's house. The moon cast an ethereal glow upon the old, decrepit house as Moma stood before its weathered wooden door. With trembling hands, he inserted the rusted key into the lock, the creaking of the door echoing through the stillness of the night. As he stepped inside, an icy chill crawled up his spine, whispering ancient secrets that echoed throughout the dimly lit hallway. Moma's heart pounded in his chest, the weight of his cousin Maria's tragic demise heavy upon him. He had always admired her from a distance, with her radiant beauty and captivating presence. Now, as her sole heir, he was determined to uncover the truth behind her untimely death and the shattered mirror that seemed to hold some sinister significance. Making his way up the creaking staircase, each step a testament to the house's age and neglect, Moma entered Maria's room. Moonlight filtered through the tattered curtains, casting eerie shadows upon the cracked walls. His eyes were immediately drawn to the shattered mirror near the vanity, its shards reflecting fragments of his own apprehensive gaze. With a trembling voice, Moma spoke into the silence. "What happened here, Maria? Why did you destroy your reflection?" The answer came in the form of a chilling breeze that swirled around him, whispering secrets that grazed his ear. He felt a shiver down his spine, a sensation of being watched by unseen eyes. The adoptive mother's warning resounded in his mind, urging him to flee this place of darkness. But his curiosity and determination would not be swayed. Summoning his courage, Moma sought out the adoptive mother once more. She sat hunched over in a worn armchair, her eyes clouded with regret and fear. As he pressed her for answers, her voice quivered with a mix of guilt and despair. "Maria was an enchanting creature," she confessed, her voice barely a whisper. "Her beauty was unparalleled, and it consumed me with envy. I couldn't bear the thought of her surpassing me in every way." Her words hung heavily in the air, like a dark cloud ready to unleash its malevolence. Moma's brows furrowed, a mix of anger and disbelief coursing through his veins. "What did you do, Mother? What did you do to her?" The adoptive mother recounted the tale with a trembling voice. She had orchestrated a series of events, manipulations that would ultimately lead to Maria's tragic demise. A fire had engulfed the house, consuming Maria along with her shattered reflection in the mirror. The adoptive mother's actions had not only stolen away Maria's life but her very essence. As the truth sunk in, Moma's fury mingled with a deep sadness. He had admired Maria for her beauty, but now he realized the toxic obsession that had consumed her life. The shattered mirror, a symbol of shattered dreams and the warped reflection of vanity, held the key to her tragic end. But as the adoptive mother's words faded, a chilling breeze blew through the room, extinguishing the candles that flickered upon the vanity. The presence within the house awakened, manifesting itself as Maria's broken reflection in the shards of the mirror. The room became thick with a foreboding aura, suffocating Moma, and threatening to consume his very soul. In a desperate struggle to regain control, Moma mustered all his strength and confronted the adoptive mother, determined to bring her to justice. Their battle echoed through the haunted halls as the malevolent presence unleashed its fury, taunting Moma with apparitions of Maria's shattered reflection. With a final burst of adrenaline, Moma managed to overpower the adoptive mother and escape from the grasp of Maria's former prison. Gasping for breath, he stumbled out of the house, the weight of the truth he had uncovered settling heavily upon his shoulders. As he stood in the moonlit night, Moma knew his journey was far from over. The darkness within Maria's house had been revealed, but the scars it had left upon his soul would forever haunt him. With a resolute determination, Moma vowed to seek justice for Maria, to uncover the depths of vanity's shadow, and to bring light to the darkness that had consumed her existence.